That's what I run around. But right now I'm sort of experimenting with not so much really high ammo, but more just like as much possible.
Knock. I got scared. I got scared. I got scared.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's live stream. Hopefully you can hear us okay.
Knock, knock.
My name is Gina. I am the Senior Manager for Creator Engagement at the Elder Scrolls Online. And so excited to welcome my co-host.
How's the volume?
Mrs. Ninetails from the ESO stream team.
Why the f are they there? Why are they there for a PvP update?
You know how it is, just trying to get things all set up here. I sound out of breath. Okay, so elephant in the room. We're just going to address it now. I was waiting for somebody to be like, you sound weird. I got some sort of like weird infection or something over the weekend, so I'm on antibiotics. I feel fine. It's just my throat is like my lymph nodes are swollen and stuff, so I feel totally fine. I'm not contagious or anything. What? Matters,
no, Andrew, it's actually a PvP update.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, we're quite a few states away. I think we're good at least.
We're okay. We're all healthy here. We're just sounding, you know, a little. It's like I was at a concert or something and I was screaming too much. But anyway, so this is about as excited as I'm going to sound today. In any event, do want to welcome Miss Ninetails here.
I said to Payne, I'm like, LMAO get overlooked on the PvP collab.
What you do, like obviously you stream, but you have kind of a special channel, I think.
Yeah, special, all right.
So what's kind of unique about, I shouldn't say my channel, is for those of you who haven't tuned into our streams, I actually co-stream with my husband, Ninetail Fox. We stream together. So we tend to focus on new and returning players. We've been players since...
They used to go into PvP so often, and they would always accuse me of stream sniping when they would go from point A to point B. And I would just go to fight the Zergs.
At the Ninetail Fox channel.
So those idiots don't even like me.
On YouTube and have guides over on YouTube at the Fox Den. All social medias, and we also collaborate with fellow stream team member Duma for
they're just
written and video guides.
They're like, oh, he stream sniping me while I'm streaming, and I'm just like, yeah, they're not nice. They're fake as fuck. They're just like, oh, tee hee. We have to have our toxic positivity.
You were talking about that. It scrolled by, and then your little channel links came up. So it's almost like we timed it that way. Let me ask, what are your favorite types of content that you do in ESO? Because I know you do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things about ESO is that because I can be a little neurospicy and sometimes my interests change, which ESO has a lot of that. But right now I'm on a dungeon fix. We're going to get a little group going and start doing some of those dungeon achievements we've been putting off for a while. So
oh my God, the dungeons that have been the same for the last 10 years.
You know, getting through those, but like I said, questing is a close second.
Oh, I love questing.
So
wow.
That really is a nice off-stream, you know, pajamas, snacks.
More volume?
Just chilling doing questing is my favorite.
Nice little cozy.
I'm gonna cap it there.
You know, it's not as cozy and a little bit more crazy.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna cap it there.
PvP. That's what we're gonna be talking about in great deal today. So going over actually all the things that we're going to be talking about today, it is a big Update 44 preview stream. So, of course, we are going to start with...
No, the stream sniper that, like... That's not the stream sniper. The person that they brought in.
44 base game. We'll be talking about the new companions that we just lightly touched on at the beginning of the year, where we'll go over some in-game events and some announcements, and then close up with a special message from the team that just released the Elder Scrolls Castles. Now, for Update 44, we do want to let everybody know this is coming to the PTS on Monday, September 16th.
Yeah, figures.
All right. What else is happening on September 16th? It's my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me! Update 44 is on PTS.
Nobody cares.
Best birthday present ever.
It is. You know what? This happens all the time.
That being said,
like, oh, my birthday
it's dropping on my birthday, which is better. That's more important.
So
$24.99 plus shipping and handling. The
Yeah.
older you get, the more your shipping and handling costs.
You know what I also noticed is like when I have to put in my date of birth, I'm scrolling an awful lot to get to my year. But
I feel that.
yeah, it's all good. October 28th, update 44 is going to launch for PC, Mac, Steam, and Epic. And then November 13th is consoles. Chat, thank you so much. You all are very sweet. Everyone's very excited today, as am I. It's going to be a really fun live stream. All right.
It is. Next on the list here, don't forget that Twitch drops are on right now. If for any reason you guys aren't seeing it, make sure you refresh. Sometimes Twitch can be a little tricky.
Yes.
But the Chaos Bowl cohort pet, it is a brand new pet that we haven't seen before. So who doesn't want a Chaos Ball following them around everywhere they go? I think that's pretty awesome. This one ideally isn't going to do you any damage though. Also, as a reminder, the September Spotlight. You can get 2 free dungeons and more this month. So the Dragon Bones DLC dungeons, Fanglair and Scalecaller Peak are available for daily login rewards this month. And I believe there's also some arms pack.
Do we have to do a hashtag ad for that one or no? No? Oh, sorry.
Goodies. So definitely check in on those. We also have for our Xbox friends, Xbox Game Pass perks. There's a new anniversary pack out. Don't forget to go claim that. We have the ESO Home Tours contest, which we're going to talk about, I think, in just a minute. That's going to be coming up. We have an Undaunted celebration starting on Thursday. All the dungeons you can run and more. We obviously have today's live stream, which is the update into PvP, which is be so exciting. And then later this month, we also have a couple 10-year anniversary meetups, which includes over in Italy, which I'm so jealous I can't be there for.
I know, same.
And then one in San Diego on the 21st at TwitchCon, which I will be there for. So come visit.
I was going to ask, actually. I wasn't sure if you were still coming or not.
Yes, thanks to some friends for letting us crash with them. We were able to get a couple dollars scraped together to get at least the plane tickets out. So we won't be at TwitchCon itself, but we will be in the area for the meetups. So come say hi. I'll have lots of free time.
Guys, I'm not a good reaction streamer because I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah, as Mrs. mentioned, the Home Tours contest, we previously had said that was going to start on September 4th. Well, here we are on September 10th. So basically, we are just kind of working to ensure that as many players can participate as possible all around the world. So we are going to have more details on this very soon.
All right.
Again, Undaunted starting a little bit later this week. And of course, that Fallen Leaves of Westfield event that was on that graphic. We will be talking about that a little bit later.
You're looking bored. I'm reacting with you. Thanks, man.
You have no picture or sound. Just give it a refresh. So that should fix any of your issues. If you don't see drops.
When are we getting Raid Shadow Legends?
Should be good to go at that point. All right. Let's go ahead and kick things off with some PvP talk. We know chat is super stoked to hear what is going on. So we are going to bring in our lead combat and PvP designer, Mr. Brian Wheeler. Thank you for joining us. It's been a while since you've been on one of these.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. But, not as long as needing to scroll back to my...
Lol, he's bald!
You gotta scroll a little bit farther than I do, I know.
Scroll a little bit longer. A little bit longer. That $24.99 with shipping is a little bit much.
I know.
That's okay.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, so back in... Gosh, was it January for Global Reveal? We had kind of touched on how Update 44 is going to be related to PvP somehow. So... what is it that you have been working on?
Old stuff. So we'll cut right to the chase. We've heard a lot of feedback from the PvPers out there regarding short-term PvP, and we wanted to give you guys something brand new. So we're going to start with two-sided battlegrounds, which is an entirely different shift. We've been going with three-sided battlegrounds for a long time now, but people have commented they want to have something that's a little bit more competitive, where it's two sides against each other, but they also want something a little bit more relaxed with two sides. So we're trying to cater to a lot of audiences here with battlegrounds, where we're going to have 4v4 matches, 8v8 matches, and it's on 7 new maps entirely. So they're custom built. It's let us explore a lot of different things here with these map layouts, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good like year and a half, 2 years almost working on this with engineers, UI designers, as well as the other designers and just QA running through playtests left and right. So it's been a lot of hard work from a lot of people, and it's nice to finally talk about this and show it off versus there's a PvP update coming, you know?
Yeah, I hear
great.
you. And one thing worth noting, this is not part of a DLC. This is all base game. So as long as you own the game, you're going to be able to play all of these new maps and these new modes for free, which is really cool.
Yep.
So like,
Yep, and just, you know, so everybody's clear, 3-sided isn't like, you know, we're not flushing it going away. It's just gonna go on the back burner for a little bit.
So
we're talking about bringing 3-sided.
we're barely filling up Battlegrounds in 2024, but we're gonna add another playstyle like that, so that
new maps and game modes and all these other features.
Bro, I'm just waiting for like hockey to be on one team and then like another healer to be on the other, and they just stand there just fucking healing each other.
Some of this stuff.
Nah, Macro, that was perfect.
I'm able to hop around through a couple maps today. I don't want to take up, you know, the whole time with going through all 7, but we can give a nice high level and some overview of not only just, you know, the maps themselves, but possibly some game mode additions to show off yours too. So it's pretty cool.
Sure. There we go.
The first one I'm in is a city on an island in itself. It's called Port de Fort, or Port de Four if you're a little bit more French. The beauty of going 2-sided was that it lets us kind of experiment a little bit more with different layouts. We were kind of tied in very heavily to like an octagon shape before for 3-sided, or a hexagon shape. So in this case, with 2-sided, we can really, you know,
I think it's funny.
A bit.
Bam.
You know, asymmetrical or symmetrical. It's called sky's the limit. In this map is a city map.
Bro, I can't wait for people to run away like this.
The tight quarter alleyway streets. A lot of people really like how Imperial City fights, but there wasn't a vibe like that existed too.
What I missed? 8v8 and 4v4. So we're getting GVG.
So, sort of the vibe we wanted for this map.
The nightmare, honestly, though.
Like the running of the bulls in Pamplona, where we're celebrating. They're like, "Yay! The battleground people are here." So, and I guess that's another thing that should be pointed out, that it is 2 teams only. It is Pit Demons and Fire Drakes. Sorry, the Storm Lords, they had to take a break. But
get shit on, Storm Lords. Idiots!
We went at it, and I wasn't.
Idiots!
I did my best to hold back the fact that orange and purple are part of the team's colors, because, you know, being from Baltimore, Ravens and Orioles. So we did hold back. We did hold back. But you're seeing some other stuff in here with power-ups. This should be familiar to a degree.
The return of the power-ups. These are some early BG things going on. I like it.
Yeah. So initially we had the damage power-up in there. Just purely get damage. That's it.
I know, Zinc.
And in 3-sided with 4v4,
it was a little
bit more tide turning when you pick that up that we wanted to, which is why we kind of shut them off. Another point there about, you know, 4-on-4-on-4 is that when you're just one of those players in those teams, if you make a mistake, if you die, the respawn timer is pretty rough. It was really...
It's 20 seconds.
Kind of punishing, for lack of a better way to word it, which it should be when you die in PvP. But in these modes, we're going more, and you get to see me zip now.
20 seconds is rough?
We're trying to go a little bit more relaxed, at least in the 8-on-8 territory. So there are, again, 7 maps, and 4 of those maps are focused purely for 8-on-8.
Bro, Hockey's gonna hit that fucking shield thing, and he's gonna streak and run and streak and run.
Alleyways. Some maps are a little bit more open, like we're familiar with Foyata Quarry and such. But the power-ups exist only in the 8-on-8 maps, because for the 4-on-4 maps, they're a little bit more concentrated, a little bit more focused on that competitive vibe and that competitive feel. But we definitely wanted to bring the power-ups back. We thought that fit very well with the mantra of having
gank on this map will be crazy. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Ganking is the most brain dead thing I've ever seen in my life. It's gonna be crazy anywhere, you dumbass.
Getting into the fight right away. That's what siege weapons are for in Cyrodiil. Nine. Yes,
that's me. I'm the healer on the siege. I'll admit it. It's okay.
Right. That's all good. Yeah.
No, it's not.
But you know,
it just shows that you don't know how to play the game after playing this game every single fucking day for the past how many years, idiot.
You can support it a little bit more. You can get in there and mix it up. The respawn timers are still the same exact idea, where There's respawns and waves in pretty much all of the 8-on-8 matches. But we do have...
I, too, take pride in not trying to get better at the game.
And I'm going to show real quickly.
Oh, Zito, I know.
A little bit earlier. Sorry, I just go through all the dance icons. So I'm going to start a battleground with some commands, obviously.
Why is it in pain here?
Anybody's like, oh my god, you cheat on live? No, I don't cheat on live. But
should I type that or no?
Battleground here. Yes, this is internal. In the playtest, we also found a lot of the rules that we had that exist already for 3-sided, which work pretty well in 3-sided, weren't vibing too hot in 2-sided. One key example of this is Chaos Ball. A lot of people go get the Chaos Ball, bring it back to their spawn point, hang out with it. And when we were doing a lot of playtesting with 2-sided, we found without that third
I like this. I like this. I like this.
That kind of
I like this.
Resulted in
I like
a lot
this.
of stalemates or a lot of...
Wait, yeah, who cheats? Wait, what? Who cheats on live?
To 0 scores. So with a lot of the 3-sided battlegrounds, sorry, a lot of the 2-sided battlegrounds, there's going to be 3 Chaos Balls, not just 1. That was a nice, simple solution that we looked into. And then we started exploring how could we make it a little bit more interesting outside of this.
Shit, Lexi, what the fuck?
The Chaos
That's crazy.
Ball exists, you pick it up and, you're doing damage and hurting people. So we started to explore a really old idea where when you pick up the Chaos Ball, things can change a little bit more.
That's why you, dude, you got to be smart about doing that stuff.
I'm going to pick up this Chaos Ball and get turned into a werewolf behemoth. You can see that your hotbar changes out. You can't pick up another Chaos Ball when you have this Chaos Ball. So I'll run over here so you can see. I can't actually get the thing. To look at it, be angry.
Chat's loving this. I like it.
Yeah. So you do have, abilities that should be familiar to those of you who have done dungeons. We have actually highly edited these abilities so they are more tuned to PvP and player versus player combat. But as I'm, slow hoofing it around, you can see how there's some power-ups. There's another Chaos Ball here that also transforms you to something else. But I'm going to die here because that's what happens when you're carrying the Chaos Ball. So in this case, you see the standard issue respawn, you pop back up. And I'll go over here real quick. And, it has the same old tech where if people decide to be cheeky and get the Chaos Balls into locations where you can't pick them up, they reset. But on the other Chaos Ball, you can turn into the Vampire Lord. So again, this takes a lot of cues from the actual vampire skill lines. You can actually teleport with the ball on you.
Holy shit, Lexi, that's so scary.
You all have a heavy attack and light attack overrides as well. So this is just kind of like one example of how we're taking some of the old rule sets and trying to spice them up a touch. There's a lot of other tech we have, which is more focused around...
Isn't that just a fancy way to say recycled?
Rounds, for lack of a better way to word it. We know that in games like Street Fighter, Tekken, or even Counter-Strike and other, popular shooter, arena-style games, they have this concept of rounds, and I died again. That's okay. That's one thing I always tell people too. If you're gonna hop into PvP, you're gonna die. That's the way.
It's gonna happen, right? It's just part of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me, you die a lot.
You don't go into PvP. Shut up.
I'm gonna hop to another battleground, which is sort of more woodsy based, and again, this kind of gets us territory that we're not normally doing with battlegrounds, where it's very overgrown. It's got this lush layout. Looks really cool, but the other aspects about this round, the map, is that you still have the firewalls that exist to keep you locked in the pen. We did add some, for a better way to word it, not necessarily spawn protection, but get you into the fight. So if you're in your spawn point for longer than 2 minutes, you actually get kicked into the gameplay space.
2 minutes? That's a long ass time.
Squatting in their base. We know that was sometimes some feedback. But for those of you who are keen-eyed, if you look in the upper right, you'll see that there's some new icons up there. So for games which have rounds, we also have lives for this. So similar to, you know, Mario, where if you have a couple lives when you start, if you die, game's over. In the case of Battlegrounds, mainly on the competitive side of the 4v4s, we're going to have lives for you. You get but so many respawns, and then you're done.
Is that for player or for team?
For the rest of that round. And the Battlegrounds are for competitive, as you can see right there, best of 3. 3 rounds each. So if you win the first 2 rounds, Battlegrounds over, you go. Those rounds are each 5 minutes. This is all subject to change via playtesting and such.
Bro!
But yeah,
Crazy Combo's gonna take all my. Yeah, exactly.
8 on 8.
Bro, you have somebody like Zocknick on the team, and he's gonna die like 10 times.
5 lives. When you do run out of lives, you're not just sitting there bored. You can actually spectate other members on your team, which is really cool. Yeah. Being able to allow you to, you know, not just sit in your spawn point and be like, okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah, just kind of twiddling your thumbs waiting. Now you can actually watch what the rest of your team is doing.
Yep. You can cheer them on. You can do, and you can see again power-ups here as well in the ship.
I love the maps. The maps they feel so incorporated into like regular overland. It feels like you're fighting in overland areas. I really enjoy that.
That's one of the things when talking to our lore masters, you know, we have ideas for what we want maps to look like, it, you know, gameplay wise, geometrically and such. But when we start looking at themes and things along those lines, that's where trying to root it in the world happens. This is another power up, which is just an ultimate power up. When you click it, it just gives you like 500 ultimate, I think, just right off the rip. But
oh yeah, corrosive into leap. That's a great fucking idea, dude.
When you activate them, they actually activate in the area around the
bro. Corrosive into like
friend and foe. So you got to be real careful when you activate those things to make sure you're not giving your don't want to give your enemies some bonuses. But again, in this case, you can see how the maps have a lot of variance to them, different layouts, and again, like we were talking there, it feels very lived in. It's got that cool vibe to it of, you know, in this case, overgrown, like in the Westworld. So it's really, really cool. Outside of
that's a good. I like that. It makes it so that like it's actually fair for both sides. That's a good idea.
Is that before anybody asks, you know, is there a capture the relic in 4v4? That's another game mode that we actually excluded from the 4v4 gameplay. Because again, capture the relic in some of those maps, which are really, really tiny.
What if we just did TDM only?
To one of those next, and to kind of show you the difference between an 8-on-8 map and a 4-on-4 map. So give me a minute to hop over this one.
Yeah. So I know one of the things that I know, you know, we get asked a lot when we ask the community questions is, you know, in terms of like rewards and stuff, you know, are we looking at rewards here for?
Yeah, make sure you get that script on time.
Are we refreshing those a little bit while we're thinking about these new modes as well?
Oh, indeed. It's fortuitous you should bring that up.
When your attack is dodge, increase your weapon spell damage by 95% seconds, stacking up to 5 times.
We have been trying to get the PvP update refreshes.
Who the fuck is gonna roll dodge like 10, 17 times?
We didn't have them for 43 because we knew that 44 was coming. So the rewards of the worthy sets that were going to be in 43 are in 44. We also have 3 new sets which are earned strictly from Battlegrounds as well. So there's 6 new PvP sets. This is just one of them that I have equipped, and here's another one that I have
when you have crowd control immunity, you're immune to snares and mobilizations.
You're gonna get these sets are gonna be on PTS, so you know when you're playing, just try them out.
And don't worry, the 2, 3, 4 pieces stam health, so that's fucking
something for the people who
that's great.
Like to do BGs. The rewards were refreshed for that. The
real fucking game changers
have gotten an adjustment where there's just one leaderboard now. We knew that we did have, you know, flag games, land grab, deathmatch. Now it's just one. It's just called competitive. And the only way you get rewards for that is queuing into the 4-on-4. So for everybody that likes to just, you know, take their time, have fun, 8-on-8, you'll get rewarded over the course of, you know, your play sessions. But for those who want to get those rewards sooner, as well as some more rare ones, that's how you do. You get those via 4-on-4, via the leaderboard, which is a weekly leaderboard. based off your medals that you earn.
Is there also going to be a group queue
similar to the
4v4
ones we have,
versus
again,
a
it's just
solo
one
queue
week away,
4v4? That's what I want to know.
Ultra competitive, because again, we heard from feedback. You know, we wanted something more competitive, and there's the get out teleport that just happened.
Yeah. I don't see why they would do
a 4-on-4. There are, I won't lie, a couple 8-on-8 matches that we did stick in here as well for people, just so they could have some exposure to these smaller maps. But you can see how it's very focused, very direct, and it has a single capture point in the middle. So we still have the modes before, like
I don't know.
Domination, Crazy King. This would be technically King of the Hill because it's just one point that stays here the whole time. But in our playtest, we have teams that come up and are.
Bro, it's just gonna be a fucking tank just holding block on there. You're just gonna have fucking like Drisha running up to it, holding block and standing there.
Drop into the water, you can get.
I like that idea though for the slaughterfish. That's a good idea.
I've died to many slaughterfish in my day.
Right now, you're getting an idea of like, hey, spectator cam, what would it look like? This is kind of what it would look like if I had somebody else to follow, but I don't. So,
Hell's Angel in chat. AD Grey Hose for the Queen. Yeah, anybody who's not there, we mass report them, right, guys?
But you gotta get an idea here of the difference in map sizes. We have one other that I can show real quick as well for sizing comparisons for everybody. To give you that idea of how much smaller the 4-on-4s are, because they really are intended to be arena fights where you get in and
because while we're from like an accelerated hammer instead of taking heals, you just die.
Right. Yeah. And that
honestly,
that's part of that feedback that we got, that some people want that.
Flying Mounts win, bro. Their game is not built like that.
And that's what the 4-on-4 does provide. But the rounds aspect of that too does give you a bit of a respite in between. So like, let's say you lose round 1, you got your in between rounds, we can go, okay, let's give it a minute. Let's
add more healing to the squad, guys. That way we can stand there. Yeah.
That is also some of the feedback that we got, where we know that 15 minutes of go that currently exists with the battlegrounds can be exhausting, mentally as well as your hands.
15-minute matches, that's a lot. But it's a lot. Some people can't last for that long. We get it.
Unique features of this map as well. That's something we tried to focus a lot on too, where each map had some, at least in the 4v4, some hazards or uniqueness to them that's not just line of sight breakers and things like that, which is important. But all these maps have undergone loads and loads of playtests. And here's another case where normally in a domination match there's
I thought it was funny.
Captured. In this one there's just 2.
I thought it was funny.
And they're also right on the edge of a death drop. Yes, you will die if you get booped off of that.
You're gonna dodge roll right off.
All right.
My bag. Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna spend my matches on that side of the map. I can imagine.
But
you're not even gonna play Battlegrounds, you fucking idiot. You go in quest every single day, and the second you do go into PvP, you're like, I gotta get my 40-man Zerg, and if anybody fights me and kills me, they're stream sniping me.
Oh my god, we're gonna run out of lives and be screwed. Lives and rounds are all things that we can turn on and turn off on individual battlegrounds. So we got a ton of flexibility to make a lot of different game modes, which is really, really cool. In the 8-on-8 matches, we have 5 capture locations to get in 2 of the maps. 2 of the other ones just have 3. So there's a big variety of. There's also something over here that a lot of people are going to recognize. You can purge this though. You can purge those.
Well, as a Templar, I feel a little better, but those are my mortal enemy.
Those are
okay,
right? No doubt. No doubt.
Hey Wheeler, I saw this popping up in chat a few times. People asking if it's going to be CP or no CP.
It's still going to be no CP, and there will be queues for the 10.
I'm happy about that.
Which is only going to be the 8-on-8s.
That's good.
When you hit 50, then you get access to the 4-on-4 competitive. That also is no CP, but item sets are allowed across the board. This lines up with what we just recently did, where we had the no CP campaigns allow item sets to proc. So we're trying to make that friction between moving between the different battleground modes a little bit easier. And since all the battlegrounds themselves, and some of
Bro, that
Imperial
ain't
City
happening.
was
What are you
sort of
asking
this
for?
weird in-between state where only like procs were allowed in some but not in the others. So we were like, no, just bulldoze that, make it so that procs are allowed but no CP. That being said, you know, we could always explore the possibility of allowing CP in Battlegrounds.
Matt had TED content within a month.
We have a lot of flexibility with the system across the board.
Oops,
for
fuck.
The AP8s.
That's very bold of him to say it's going to last a month.
Sort of allowances or restrictions we want to do, which is very refreshing.
Great.
It's really exciting. I'm loving it.
Now I know you talked about how there's 6 of the new PvP item sets. There's also 4 new outfit styles, which look really cool, and a new adornment that folks can get through here.
And a lot of that, again, we're trying to focus on the leaderboard being your primary point of acquisition for a lot of the new stuff. Again, you can do the 8-on-8 matches and take your time slowly acquiring things, but again, if you want to get them first, both of the rewards from 4v4 as well as the leaderboards have higher chances of getting the new stuff, which is, you know, what we're trying to
honestly, Groovy Saints.
We've revisited how
CP Battlegrounds, they tried that a while ago, and it's just a bunch of people tanking. It's really not that great, I promise you.
Giving them access to the new shinies first.
If it's about BGs or something, all it's been about is like this 4v4 and 8v8 stuff so far. That's all we know.
Now, how about MMR for this? I know, you know, my biggest fear is always, you know, getting matched up with people who are just, you know, far better than me, and I don't feel like I have a chance. But you know, is there any way we're leveling the playing ground at all there and helping players out?
Yep. So with competitive, that will be mainly where MMR comes into play the most.
Are we gonna be able to see our MMR?
Obviously, with two-sided, there's some things we had to
address. Cue the cinematic.
With like quitters, leavers, joining in progress, anything along those lines. If you join a match that's in progress in the competitive territory, your MMR isn't going to get boosted or hit depending upon if you won or lost. If you're on a team where you had to have people join in because people quit,
bro,
that's not going to get as penalized. So
these animations ain't doing what they think they're doing. It just shows me that they don't know what they're doing. That person is hitting a stationary gesture.
With 8-on-8, there's no MMR taken into account for that because it's more, you know, bedlam. It's just like, you know, like kind of like Cyrodiil, just in a mini version of it where you're going to get a mishmash of everything out there. So MMR isn't taken into account for that. That being said, for MMR, we're also looking at a more aggressive degrading of your MMR if you go inactive. It's a very long tail right now for how MMR slowly.
Is he just okay? Bold of you to think that they can create a video
on like a 7-day period where if you are a competitive player, you keep playing, and that 7 days can either line up with your leaderboard push or not. It's one of those things that we're going to be paying attention to as well pretty heavily, especially considering right now MMR is pretty far banded across the player base. But we're also looking at doing a monthly reset for MMR across the board too.
Monthly reset,
similar to all of our monthly resets.
Good luck keeping
MMRs are going to get
good luck keeping up with that.
To base, which your MMR is based off of like a highest ABA rank, as well as just a base.
Everybody's like, has Zoss given up on Cyrodiil? I'm like, bro, one announcement at a time. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Shut the fuck up.
Go for a leaderboard push.
Yeah.
And that's kind of nice because right now, some of the feedback that we've received is I have no shot. Like if people get way ahead of me, I got no shot. So the weekly leaderboard resets, as well as the faster MMR degrade, as well as the reset.
What if you just said seasons, you fucking idiots?
Hey, Wheeler,
it's still going to be competitive, though.
Would you mind, just for the folks in chat, I see a lot of people who are like, what the heck is MMR? What is he talking about? Like, what's the Cliff Notes version here?
Yeah, so MMR is matchmaking rating. So it's basically what we use to match you up, sort of like how Mrs. Tales was talking about, that we have a number or a ranking associated.
Dude, any single competitive game does seasons.
You get matched up preferentially against people with a similar rating. Sometimes, obviously in those late night hours when there's not as many people in queue, you may have some of those broader differences between each other, but we use that to try and get people matched competitively as best as we can.
Now,
one thing... you're actually going to be able to see that too.
Oh yeah, you can go ahead and show.
Yeah, your ratings are going to be listed there. And by the way, this says solo random, group random. The only ones that are going to be available are going to be 4v4 competitive and 8v8 standard. I get to see solo and group because I have special GM power, fancy account. But yeah, it's just going to be 4v4 compet and 8v8 standard. That's going to be listed.
Now, one other thing I wanted to make sure that we touch on, we have a new benefit for those who have ESO Plus membership. We're going to be giving an increase to Alliance points, AP, and Telvar that you can earn if you have an active membership, which is pretty cool. I think it's like a 10% increase, right?
Yep, 10%, and that is actually shown in your advanced stat page too, which I got shown up on the screen. Awesome. One of those nice little bonuses as well.
Yeah.
There is one thing I keep seeing in chat a lot of questions on, and maybe we just want to touch on it briefly again, is the 3v3v3 fate.
Mm-hmm.
People are asking if they're going away completely forever.
No, not forever.
They already answered that question.
I'll be back. Initially, again, for 44, we're going to be focused primarily on two-sided battlegrounds. We want that to be the focus for 44, but they're not like deleted from our servers or hard drives or anything like that.
Hell yeah, first person fighting.
It's not something we can do just like, snap our fingers and they're ready. So it would take, a little bit of an update for us to just turn them back on. But, we're going to be paying attention, seeing how feedback goes. By all means.
All right, nice hard-casted frag.
To answer on PTS. But, we'll be looking for feedback about two-sided. And look at that, my team is nearing victory, even though it's just by myself. But yeah, and I guess in terms of those holidays too, during 44, during our cycle here,
literally Astro, I was thinking that with the Sark.
Two-sided holidays. So when we get Domination Weekend, it's two-sided Domination Weekend.
All right. Yep. And now, if you don't mind me asking, just before we send you off here, there's kind of two groups of players that we come across as content creators, and so for my new and returning players coming in to try PvP or return to PvP, why should they jump into these? What's different? What's a reason to try this again or try it for the first time?
So I'm back in an 8-on-8 map because that's
they're keeping it. They're keeping it, Groovy.
We feel that helps out. I'm flying. I'm cheating. I know. With 8-on-8, sort of how we talked about before, there's less direct pressure on your individual actions. So when you're in an 8-on-8 match, you can kind of hide in the back. You don't need to be the blitzer that runs up and kills people. You can get the lay of the land and take it a little bit slower. Whereas in 4-on-4,
every match is just gonna have like 3 or 4 healers and nothing's gonna happen. Everybody's just gonna stare at each other.
Guys, like you're in trouble. So in 8-on-8, it gives you a better opportunity to get used to it, dip your toes into it. The other thing about 2 teams versus 3 is that's also a little bit easier for people to get their head around. Like 3-sided, besides Cyrodiil and a couple other games out there, isn't widely used. It's either 2 teams or pretty much free for all. Or if you're making custom games and various shooters, you can have different.
They finally mentioned the word Cyrodiil.
Helps a lot of people. Just
we won, chat.
Get into it easier. But also, what
Never mind.
We're talking about with those rewards, we're trying to have leaderboard.
They use the word Cyrodiil. We won.
Via doing 8-on-8s or 4-on-4s. Obviously, they're going to be pulling from the same pool, but a higher chance in 4-on-4. But you can still get that new gear that actually helps you in PvP. Like the gear that we're having, displayed here, as well as what's going to be on PTS. You can tell it's much more focused around PvP activities, stuff like
dude, that's going to be crazy.
Especially when you're dealing with crowd control. These are things that we try to focus our PvP sets on. So battlegrounds are a good way to hop in there and get get those PvP rewards to get your feet wet and get going. But the other aspect of it that makes two-sided nice is, you know, the power-ups. The fact that you have some things that give you, you know, a lot of damage or a lot of speed or mitigation, or even the werewolf and vampire variants. So we're trying to explore ways that make you change up how you play while you're actually in the battleground, which we hope will give people a lot more opportunity and desire to get into PvP versus the, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm scared of it. So
yeah,
I really mean, cool.
Absolutely.
I do want to just kind of acknowledge also, I see chat asking about Cyrodiil. We are talking about, you know, Battlegrounds right now. This is what is coming in update 44. But I do just want to acknowledge, like, we see you talking about Cyrodiil. We know, you know, you're super anxious to get some updates on Cyrodiil. But the focus, at least for right now on this stream, is the two-sided Battlegrounds. And then, of course, we're going to talk about some other stuff that's coming to 44, like the new companions and some of this other stuff.
Yep.
Companions and a PvP update.
One final question is, obviously, you know, we love our new and returning players, but we have a lot of really great PvPers in the current community that, you know, have been waiting very, very long time for this. And, you know, like I said, watching chat, I see some people are super excited.
No, you don't.
Some people
no,
are
you don't.
About some aspects.
That's a liar.
So how are, you know, how should our current PvP players be looking at that from that side of things?
Yeah, this gets back to the 4-on-4 side, where it's for those people who are like the diehard PvPers who love the frenetic pace, or really like showing that they're good masters of small four-person teams. Sorry, I had a hiccup. This gives you those opportunities in extremely tight locations to show how much of a badass you are. I'm
gonna knock and see if I can join. Hey guys, I got some questions. Hey guys, I got some questions.
You can see pretty much them the whole time.
Hey y'all,
their spawn point.
Let me in.
So you kind of are like, it's almost like that mental chess game of like, all right, who's going first? But you know, we do ever get out of the spawn point. But again, like the single leaderboard is something to really push that competitive drive.
I don't want it, Groovy. I'm not. It's not worthy. Thanks though. I appreciate you. Bro, this is yo Zero. What's up, dude? Groovy, thank you for the gifted, man.
Almost all of the matches in competitive are deathmatch oriented. There's no chaos ball. There's no capture the relic. Domination is, you know, 1 point or 2 point. And
yo, thanks, Groovy.
Again, there's no chaos ball on there, and the only other stuff is like team deathmatch, which is pure. We're better than you. We can kill you faster than you can kill us. And again, with lives, we do have an override actually in the team deathmatch competitive matches that actually, if you wipe out the enemy team's lives, round is over, you won. So we even have some extra little layers on top of that, you know, besides just trying to get
I'm fucking pissed. Like, it's such a stupid idea to have finite lives, because you're just gonna have, like we said earlier, we're gonna have fucking crazy capo on the team, and he's just gonna take up all the kills.
We also
and it's just gonna be like, well, I got 1 life and I died and I lost.
5 lives. We could say you get 1 life. But like, you get 1 death and that's it. So we could go hardcore. Like, we could go really hardcore with the competitive queue. So that's what we're looking at in terms of what can excite a PvPer. That thrill of, I just took away your respawns entirely. Like, we can go that deep if we need to. But for now, again, we're seeing how this first PTS cycle goes, where competitive is mostly 3 or 5 lives. They're all going to be 3-round matches if there are rounds, but you know, pay attention.
Yeah, dude, if you have like crazy capo, who the fuck else?
Hopefully we get some cool streams out there of people going.
I don't know, fucking
I'm sure
groovy. No, I'm kidding.
And again, like, this is coming on Monday, so I know Wheeler's going to be looking out, you know, watching.
Are we going to get banned if we go on the PTS right away, or no?
There's going to be, you know, feedback threads, so we definitely want to hear what everybody thinks of this. But yeah, we're super excited to kind of get this in the hands of.
You don't want to hear the feedback.
Dive in and check it out, right?
Yep. And again, that leaderboard is going to have unique, cool stuff in there that you can, you know.
Feedback in 2024 is us.
We're trying to, you know, again.
Are we talking about the same ZeniMax Online Studios?
Wanting to show that they are the masters.
You know, yeah, exactly. Why are people surprised?
Of Mrs. Tails and myself. So
my expectations were low, but I'm somehow still disappointed.
Right. Well, I want to give a huge thank you to Brian for hopping on stream today, talking through what's coming to Battlegrounds in Update 44. And I'm sure we're going to see you around the battlefield, right? You're going to hop in at some point.
I'll be out there. Yep. I'll be out there on my tanky build right now.
Awesome. Is that usually kind of what you play in PvP? Is more of a tank?
I've done everything, honestly. I did the ganker route because, you know, hey, why not? We got mile gates and stuff to go gank around and keeps. Healer is usually my default. That's what I run around. But right now I'm sort of experimenting with not so much really high armor, but more just like as much possible.
He said, I'm gonna play a tank, I'm gonna play a healer, I'm gonna play a gank build.
And I'm not like at, you know, 60k health or anything like that. I'm only at 40. I'm doing well.
It's never made so much sense in my life.
That'll be everybody find him and kill him. I remember when we did one for Imperial City way back. Oh my god, we got hunted down in the sewers so bad.
Yeah,
it was fun though.
That makes it fun. All right, thanks again to Brian. We are not finished though. So just to recap again, update 44 coming to PTS on Monday, September 16th. It is launching on Bro! Consoles November 13th. And again, for anybody who maybe tuned in a little bit late, we were just kind of starting this stream talking about PvP. So we're going to be going into what's coming also in the Update 44 base game. Everything that Brian talked about with the Battlegrounds and new maps and all of that, that is part of the base game. It is part of Update 44. So next we're going to be kind of talking through some other things that are coming, and then we'll get into the new companions and a few other things towards the end of the stream. So we are not done yet. But now we would like to bring on our next dev guest. We have Carrie Day, who is one of our systems designers. Welcome in, Carrie. Thanks for joining. I don't know if you had much of a choice. We were like, hey, you want to do the stream? You're going to do it.
No, I'm really excited to be here. It's been, I think, 7 years since my last ESO live.
It has been a really long time. I know. Somebody needs to like go dig in the vault and find the last time Carrie was on a live stream.
That's okay. Oh, that's okay.
I'm sure you were great.
Carrie's always been great.
I looked like a baby then.
I think that was all like pre-child for all of us, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Gatsby,
so Carrie is going to help
you.
show off some other things that are coming in Update 44. Of course, the companions right after that. Carrie, before we get started though, like what is your role on the ESO team?
I am currently a systems designer, so that team can encompass many, many things, of which some I'm going to show off for some of my other teammates today. Systems can include housing, itemization, achievements, those types of things. I've been specializing in the companions for the last 2 years, so their companion design regarding their responses, their rapport, their non-combat perks, their ability suites, all those types of things. I've been working very diligently to bring those companions to life. They're very special to me.
Fantastic. For anybody in chat saying that drops don't appear to be on, they are on, luckily. All you have to do, maybe just try giving the window a refresh and see if that bumps it a little bit.
Well, we want somebody who knows what they're talking about, Ed.
Let's head over to fancy PowerPoint land here. We're going to go through some of the other things that are going to be in the Update 44 base game. So, of course, we do have the 4v4 and 8v8 battlegrounds that Brian just talked about. We are also happy to introduce a new scribing grimoire. It's called Banner Bearer. So basically what happens is your character is going to get a banner similar to the bannermen that you see in Trials. And this is going to provide a buff to the group's abilities that match the focus archetype. Carrie, I think you have this to show in-game, yeah?
I do have this to show.
Wow!
To show it.
Let's see what we got here.
That's crazy!
Okay.
Oh! That's crazy!
So the new grimoire is called Banner Bearer. What's really, really cool about this is that it is a no-cost ability you actually are reducing your health, magicka, and stamina recovery to provide an aura bonus to those in your group within 8 meters. It's all pretty cool. So when you cast the ability, it is a toggle, and you can see that aura around you. It's pretty big. This is actually a resource restore visual. So you actually increase the resource restore for your allies in that circle. And you can see if I hit it again, it turns off. And then also if you weapon swap, you do need it on both bars if you're going to have it in that rotation. But if you change your focus script, that aura can actually change for what it is. So your allies can
yeah, Grizzle basically, yeah. It's in 4v4 8v8 mode, which is like, okay.
On my back, I am bearing the banner with an aura, in this case, is increasing fire damage. And so there are, I think, 8 different focus scripts that are supported with this grimoire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 8. And all have different visuals to help with communication. I know magic damage has blue, the immobilize has white, and then you have that multicolor with the resource restore. And just for the sake of people who want to take screen grabs, this is the quick snapshot of one of the tooltips for it. Although I'm missing a script.
Oh, you want to be my little banner man? Oh, you want to follow me around and be my little banner man? Oh, you want to see my banner? Oh. Oh, don't see my banner. You get to bring around my banner. Bring it everywhere. You can see it everywhere. Oh.
This seems very appealing for me as a support.
My goodness. Oh, you guys want to see my banner. Oh.
So it feels very appealing to me as a support class.
I think it has a really...
I've got a really good, guys.
Your allies, I do think it has a strong support role. You can buy it, the grimoire, for 50,000 gold from...
Got my Joker emote.
But you do need to level your alliance war, so it is going to be found in the...
Still open for class change tokens. I know we all have, but that's dumb. Shut up. You deserve to be timed out for that one. You're an idiot. Shut up.
Fantastic. Thank you for showing that. Carrie, if you wouldn't mind moving your mic a tiny bit closer to your mouth. I did bump you up on my side, but I think...
They just broke their mic.
Look, now she's just destroying it.
Is that a fucking headset mic?
Out of my headset. I was like, boom.
They're using a headset mic live on Bethesda's.
Yes, it sounds better to me, but chat, you'll have to let us know what you think.
Let me know.
I think we're good. Good, better. Cool, excellent. Thank you. All right, next up, we have additional support for 14 focus scripts. So we are adding support for 14 focus scripts, 2 existing grimoires. We're going to be adding more frost support, as well as some interesting new options across damage dealing grimoires. So a couple examples of this. We're not going to go through all of them. Vault is now going to have a bleed. Smash will have a poison. Elemental explosion. Oh my gosh. Elemental explosion.
Poison smash, isn't that just a fucking STD?
So of course we'll have the full list in the patch notes on Monday. You can keep an eye out for that. Next thing we want to touch on, we have 4 new skill styles. Now, Undo.
Oh, these are my favorite.
I know, it's fun. Undo will have purple.
Undo doesn't even work.
Will also have purple.
What did she say? I didn't hear.
There are 2 here. Puncture and Force Shock. It's not a recolor. They're actually going to have all new visual effects. So Puncture is molten, which that's not a color. That's a whole new effect.
That's not a color.
Wild burn. Carrie, are you set?
What? They're so crazy! Oh my goodness! Where did they come up with this kind of stuff?
I would love to see. I think chat probably would love to see.
Oh my goodness! I can't wait to see.
Shock first, but I have to say that I am a little biased that the puncture is super cool. So the wild burn. Oh
my goodness! I can't wait.
Kill color. And
wow!
I think it has like leaves in the visual, so it looks like the leaves are falling.
Oh, you're crazy!
Roll out again. And then if you want to see the basic version,
show me this fucking shit. I'm gonna.
beam. I am
my god, this is fucking crazy. Then what? What are you gonna do next?
And then we color
Holy
for
fucking
Wildfire.
shit.
So nice skill color.
Wowee!
Lastly, which is my personal favorite skill style.
Hey, I like this person. This game is gem ruined by incompetent employees. You're so right. What a fucking legend.
The target as you hit it.
My
one.
DK tank appreciates this so much.
Yes, no. This
Oh,
is
let's see this.
fantasy. So the puncture normally is just this plain stab.
Show me the molten.
Molten
Show me the molten.
Burst is the name. It looks
Oh
so
my
good.
bro, dude, it's like it's got fire.
All sourced.
Oh damn, that's so cool. Wow.
Again, details of the patch
Wow,
notes on
it's
how to get them.
fire.
Or maybe we aren't going to tell you. I'm actually not sure yet. But yeah,
Damn.
these will all be sourced in game.
Yeah, the wild fern I also love for those going for their, wood elf.
Oh my goodness, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Real nice with that. So.
Wow.
Definitely.
All right, next thing we want to touch on, we have some improvements to item set sourcing and
I was supposed to say currencies like what? Tell me.
bear with me for a second.
I'm bearing.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna
I can't wait any longer.
real quick. So yeah, bear with me as I kind of talk through
I
this.
can't wait.
We're not going to get into all the details here, but just at a high level.
Show me.
The first thing we're doing is converting Imperial City vault keys into a new currency.
Like
It's
what?
going to help just free up some additional inventory space and hopefully simplify access to the vaults.
Uh-huh.
So again, we'll have a lot more details in the patch notes. The next thing we're doing is improving item sourcing for Imperial City.
Item sources for Imperial cities are going to be replacing the old treasure chests that used to be in the vaults. There's the vendors.
So each vault vendor, it has around like 8 new item sets that you can purchase either with Telvar or with these new key fragments. So it's going to make it a lot easier to buy the exact sets that you want.
Wow, be crazy.
Big news, I think. Every Imperial City item set is now curated.
Oh,
So
wow.
Everywhere rejoice.
Yes,
Yay! Yay! That should be base game. That shouldn't even be something they have to announce.
We're also making
That's
some
crazy.
changes to the vendors that are found in the Imperial City sewers, so they have better organization and grouping of similar items, and are just going to follow similar standards.
That's so cool! Wowee!
There's an infinite archive.
Wow!
So,
this is a real
one
PvP
thing real
update,
quick,
guys.
the most notable one is the Telvar Jewelry Merchant is
What?
now going to be the Telvar Rotating Merchant. It's going to
Oh.
carry mythic antiquity leads, skill styles, and skill style fragments.
Okay, that's actually
treasure
kind of
map
cool.
containers, and
I don't care
scripts
about
for
that. The
scribing
mythic
and
leads, that's actually pretty cool. Like,
jewelry.
they have that in Infinite Archive. Okay,
This is
cool,
all
I
in the
get it.
patch notes on Monday, just kind of trying to give you all a high-level look at what is coming here. The last thing I wanted to touch on real quick is we're increasing the drop rates of some of the more rare furnishing crafting materials, so they drop more frequently. This includes the mundane runes, heartwood, and decorative wax.
Oh, my houser is getting excited.
I can house and
Speaking of
RP
houses,
more.
Next thing, of course, are some new homes and furnishings coming in update 44. We did want to give you just kind of a sneak peek of what these look like.
We got new homes and furnishings.
Carrie.
God, I'm so fucking ready to see this.
Yeah, I noticed some really
Show me.
keen eyes.
Show me. Show
that
me.
I am actually
Show me
one
this
of our
shit.
new
Yes.
houses.
Yes.
I saw that in chat.
Oh my god, I noticed that too!
Or calling out like, are you standing in a house?
Are you? I was wondering where you were, Carrie.
Black Reach, you can see right here on the map.
Oh my god, they're in the Black Reach. Oh my fucking
I'm
god,
gonna show you
guys.
around a little
Oh.
The houses have done
They're in the
incredible
Black
work.
Reach.
Let me run to the front door so you guys can experience the full experience. You can see right now.
Oh,
you
can
come
I pull
down
the lever?
the elevator
Oh.
to enter in, and this is a mine.
Oh, bro, I get to.
There's the scaffolding. There's even a pool if you're feeling.
Bro, don't show Dr.
over
Disrespect
swim,
this because you can
jump
have some
down
miners in
and
there.
There's a rope to bring you back up, so you don't get stuck, but it could lead to some, I think, interesting jumping puzzles.
Now
This
this
whole
isn't
place
like
is
slaughterfish
absolutely
waters,
gorgeous.
right? It's just regular swimming water.
No, it's just regular.
Okay.
I mean, it's actually beautiful. Jump down.
let's just fall. Don't hit the rocks.
Wow. Oh, don't hit the
That's
rocks!
gonna
You
be me.
can't fall. I have fallen on the rocks and died.
Oh, Carrie, you silly goose.
Yeah, but there is a rope to take you back to the bridge.
Oh,
If I can interact with it. There we go. So
I had a joke there, but I was like,
beautiful down
eh.
there. Absolutely stunning. Some great views and vistas, but my personal
Great
favorite part
views,
of this
guys.
is inside the
Great,
house.
great
So
views.
this is an ore processing facility.
Oh my
and
goodness.
you can see all kinds of
Wow.
machinery. This is the furnished house, and my current favorite part is my.
Yeah, I can make a train station. Oh my, guys. I'm gonna be the Walt Disney of the Elder Scrolls Online.
So there is a second entrance exit for this house. This is the leave home, so you can.
Oh, Medic 111556 rated in with a viewer count of 39. They're not gonna fuck you, bro.
On the map, so it's a cool.
It's still going? Oh, it's so cool. I get to see housing in a mine.
Dreams and fantasies.
In a mine.
My Donkey Kong fantasies. And then
Oh
you
my
run through,
God.
And what's in here is where
No, wait, bro.
furnace
They're not
is
gonna fuck
to
him,
process
Morg.
that ore. And what's also really cool about this house is that in the
Oh.
furnace is a functioning blacksmithing station.
It's a functioning blacksmithing station, so I can roleplay
Really get that
in my own house. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
this is
oh,
the
man,
coolest
we're gonna make you
update
try and
I've
pronounce the name
ever
of this.
seen.
It's Cathedral Deep Mines. We're gonna go with that.
Yep.
We just call it Deep Mines for short. But
Yes.
Don't show Doctor
There are 3
disrespect
rooms
this
up
house
top here, and then there is also a second story.
because of all the miners.
I've been
Should I say
told
that? Should I type that in
designs
chat or
about
no?
Be more of like the office space. So after you get dirty with your mining of the ore, you can come up top, and it has a. More
Don't do it.
open
Do
space,
it. That's 2
secondary
people.
floor for a nice open area.
Just press enter.
it is like keyboard smash Deep Mines. Anytime you see Dwarven, you're like, oh no. How do we
Yep.
pronounce this one?
Ah, my
Yeah,
my
this
chat
is,
got
this is a
it got
notable
deleted.
sized home. Awesome. And of course.
Come on.
I love a good view. Honestly, that's what sells me.
You guys get what does knock mean? It's basically
I will admit there
You
was
can
a really
ask
good
to
view where I was
collaborate
standing
with
on the
people.
combat dummy over there that looks over
I thought it was funny.
Belkarth or Blackreach. Wow.
I thought it was funny.
I love
Speaking
Blackreach. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
speaking of a good view, I think the next house actually has a
Show me the next house. No, we get 2 houses?
favorite houses.
I actually think I'm gonna convert my crafting house to.
Oh my goodness!
So
Wow!
badly.
Wow! We get 2 houses! Oh my goodness!
Right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my guys, guys, it looks like a
This is
house
another
And-
notable home
from my
to
game.
the Rift.
Oh my goodness!
And
My
it's actually
God.
the Rift Cyrodiil border. So
Oh
one section of the
God
Rift actually-
bless.
Yeah. Now, one thing that's cool about this that I also wanted to mention is
Wow.
this is kind of roughly based on an existing museum in Baltimore,
What?
inspired by a
That's
Baltimore museum.
crazy, but what about my lore? Baltimore isn't in the Elder Scrolls Online, so that is lore breaking. I don't like that.
Here, I did fly up here, but I know you can build up here. Every rampart you see is a buildable space. So you
Oh,
can
thank
build
God.
your
I was
path,
so worried that I
explore,
couldn't
and
build on my
explore all
thing.
the ramparts of his home, which I think is absolutely great.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
I didn't have any items to
Wow.
up to it. There are 2 side courtyards
Oh, wow.
that are very, very similar in appearance, but you can see.
Bro,
the
Baltimore is like,
buildings
what's
and
almost
views
like,
from this are absolutely
Never mind.
incredible. Like
Yeah.
you have a side
whoa.
river, you know, even a cute little boat.
You have a river. You can get your own little boat. Oh my god, this is everything I've ever wanted in life. I think that this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I get my own free house. Wow. Yo, destroy DSXW. Thank you for the follow.
Sourcing on all of that stuff a little bit later.
Thanks. Well, true.
So this
Wow, 1 of 7 ads. Well, you'll be on 2 of 7 ads shortly. That'd be cool.
Premier place to show off all of
All
your
right.
collective goodies that you've earned, whether or not they're on Daunted
Oh,
Bus
wow.
or
I can get my own little
furnishings
inside
or
place.
You walk in
It's crazy.
right into this grand lobby with statues. There's all these little plots.
You're like, I can't relate anymore, right, Groovy?
Really cool is this side.
How much is the house going to cost? At least
It's shown in the same way as the
$100.
But you can see there's a
Can't wait to spend $100 on this shit.
It's
It's great. I accidentally spit on my leg.
Perfect place to put Undaunted
All
Bus.
those monster heads.
Bro,
yes.
God, I
All
can't
those
wait.
heads.
Bro, I can't wait to
And,
fucking
you can
put my
also
busts
have a
everywhere.
ton of
Fucking, I just
flags,
want to
wall space
bust.
for all of your
My fucking god, that's so
paintings
cool.
and things.
God, that's so
If you're
fucking
like
cool.
me, you play
Ugh.
way too much Tales of Tribute and have collected paintings galore.
Yep.
And
is
so
really
you come up here. This is really, really cool.
Oh, dude, show me what's
Here's
up
the
there.
Balcony. So there's a nice long balcony. The front of it, you can
Oh,
see down into your
whoa.
front, courtyard like you could in the last house.
Can I knock and
So you
say
guys
hi?
Looking down. But there's also
My favorite part of the stream is when the guy was running and they were like,
Sure, I need to find.
another floor.
I want somebody who has collected all of, all the achievements, all the things to just get this house and deck it out, and then put it on home tours, right? Put it in a listing. so
that would be
everyone else sees it.
crazy.
Just to
Who the
pull out, this is
fuck?
the upper level of this first lobby you saw with the statues, and you can even build all the way up into the dome.
Don't
Which is
talk
great.
to me.
Has a nice round path.
I'm looking at the house.
And then coming up, there are 2 acropolises, if I said that right.
Ugh.
Fly?
Oh,
I don't know, but somebody in chat will find out for us.
I can't wait for somebody to find out. This is the best
Which
day of my
is
life.
great,
My god,
that you can
guys.
build on each
I
side,
can
and then coming
house
back to the back of the
in
house,
so many places.
is this view. You could start to see that Cyrodiil architecture back.
Oh my gosh, you can
right
see
there on the
Cyrodiil
rift
architecture over
and
there,
Cyrodiil
guys.
Border.
We did get a
I mean,
Cyrodiil
we've
update.
had 10 years of ESO, the amount of collectibles and stuff that
We got a Cyrodiil update, guys.
I'm so
That's
excited to
Cyrodiil.
see, 'cause I know people live
We
in
got Cyrodiil.
going through like the home tours and seeing the ESO museums that people have. I'm so excited to see what people do with this one. I think this is a
You could get
fantastic home.
lost in this house with the way people
Yeah.
build stuff.
I like this one so much.
Just
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
excited.
know,
I'm excited for these home tours. Please list them because I want to visit them.
I'm having trouble scrolling in chat. It keeps bumping me to the bottom, but I think somebody said, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" There we go. Gee, okay, well I can't scroll up. It just keeps scrolling me down. But I think somebody said that the plural version is acropolises.
Acropolises?
Right? Is that what's up? I can't.
It's
I
called.
can't go back and see it.
Never mind. I was gonna say necrophilia.
I'm gonna have to ask our writers.
I
They do
can't.
words better
I
than
can't go
me.
back. Chat. No.
Bro, it's
my
literally
scroll bar
Google.
is not letting me go back anymore. Anyway.
Mostly just cosmetics and
Okay,
scribing
so
updates for Cyrodiil.
let's
Crap,
quickly
how
move
long we've
on
been
and go through
waiting.
The last couple of things coming in base game.
Don't
Where's anything? Where's my
disrespect
button? Here we go. So we have some updates coming
them
to the
like
tutorial and the
that.
quest in the
They
game.
really,
We're just kinda
really
actively
care
tweaking on
so
that whole new
much
player
about
experience based on some feedback that we've seen.
Cyrodiil.
We'll have all the details in the patch notes on one day. It's a whole laundry list of things that we're doing. Next,
Real
we are
gamers.
adding high dynamic range or HDR for PC, so you can look forward to that in update 44. Chat's still talking about Acropolis versus Acropolis, whatever it is.
All right.
And then lastly, of course, we do have the 2 new companions.
Yo, we get. Oh my god, I can't.
Talking about.
We got 2 new companions for our PvP update.
about right
I'm
now? How
gonna
about now?
fucking bust.
Why not now?
Oh my
So,
god, this is so
companions,
cool.
Let me summarize for those of you guys that do not know, what is the companion feature?
What is it?
Companions are unlockable followers similar to our assistants, but yet they comment.
I can finally have friends.
To what you do in game, they're kind of like that player that sits on the back of your shoulder talking in, but they also fight by your side.
Oh my god,
cool.
yes.
We currently have 6 in the game.
Yes.
Ranging from all over in the last several packages. And each of the companions typically has a
God,
combat
I'm so excited.
Similar to our classes. So if you see a companion
I'm so excited
for
companions.
Well, you're gonna say, but just
oh
so
my
know,
goodness.
a necromancer companion is coming with the next.
This is so cool.
So now we can say
Angel Queen Wolf. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Companions
Thank you.
An extra bonus. They each bring something to the table for you to play. We call those the non-combat perk, and they can do all kinds of things. One of them, which was very positively received, Necrom, was Sharp as Knights, non-combat perk, which is giving you a benefit to catch trophy fish. More advantage to that. And so love of that it didn't impact your inventory. So
you know,
companion.
You guys feel?
Are gonna be
Hi, welcome in.
Getting ahead of myself.
We're enjoying this amazing update.
The next 2 companions are going to be Tanloran, who is our first non-binary Altmer.
Cool.
They are a Dragonite and Soul Magic hybrid. First time we've taken a mix of abilities that you can have in your kit. The damage dealing line is Soul Magic. They have a very unique relationship with magic. We play with it not just in its combat, but also its story. Because of that unique relationship.
Bro, they mentioned non-binary, and that chat has seen. I've seen a lot more bans in here now than I did with the PvP part. That being said, don't be transphobic, don't be homophobic, you fucking dickheads. If I hear any comment about that, I'm banning you in my chat too.
Hands and our slightly sticky hands as a thief, which has gotten them joining a by organization called the Garland Ring. You're gonna have to find out more for that story. Very, very great story. Definitely have a brash and energetic type of personality. I love them a lot. Someone to have a glass of wine with. Wow, tongue-tied. And their non-combat perk, because of that thieving background, is gonna provide players with benefits to lockpicking. And this one's a really big one. I love it. It gives you increased duration time to pick a lock. For those of you guys that might run out of time, especially in
who the hell runs out of time picking the locks in this game? That's what you're doing?
New UI elements to show that, along with increased chance to force a lock if you're being a little bit
I am mentally degrading in real time.
To lose a lockpick if you fail to pick that chest. So 3 major benefits to the lockpicking minigame that come with Tanloran that really fit into their thematic lore, and I love it quite a bit. And then lastly, we have Zareth Farr. He is a necromancer Khajiit. So finally finishes that.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that does look pretty cool.
Classes represented here,
but it's still useless.
He is actually a warrior.
Look, it looks cool. It's useless as far as what it does.
And has harnessed the power of necromancy to redeem fallen souls. So this is approaching necromancy in a very different way that we've ever seen before.
Thank God, because
from a past time and pulled
the current necromancer's trash.
Which is very, very interesting relationship with Azura and trying to help players find their own path.
Speaking of necromancers, can we maybe take a look at the class together? Smiley face?
There's a spirit cat called Jakka that kind of helps guide you and there's nothing worse but not having any of your stuff. So Jakad does help tag heavy sacks from around 10 real to provide the much needed, much in demand functionality of keen eye heavy sacks.
Oh my fucking god, I could see sacks everywhere! Bryce, I'm gonna be looking for your sacks!
Love it so much.
This is great.
We can incorporate some of those elements into it.
Oh my god.
Is a lot of fun. Doesn't like things that are too off of.
Yes, you're set. You sacks off fifth, baby.
Like the duplicated bosses from Infinite Archive.
Heavy sacks off.
Interesting opposition to vampirism, which you'll learn more about because of his relationship with necromancy.
It's funny. I think it's funny.
Are very, very, very special place in my heart. The writers killed it. Content designers and writers, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, they are both really cool. I see chat just going crazy for them. They're super excited.
I'm so excited.
I want to make a note that both of these companions that Carrie just talked about, they will be available for purchase in the Crown Store.
I gotta buy friends.
ESO Plus membership, you will have access to them. Just with the ESO Plus membership, which is pretty cool.
Oh, ESO Plus!
I think you'll have to like go to the Crown
There's an ESO Plus? Dude, there's an ESO Plus?
But they will be yours. Which is pretty exciting.
Did they?
Now,
let me roll.
I do have to ask because Sharp as Night was pretty tough to beat. I loved the story with Sharp as Night. Out of these two new companions, who is your favorite?
Oh, whoa!
I mean,
asking the real hard-hitting questions out here. They should be a reporter.
Yeah, but we all do it, right?
We all do it.
Hey, chat. I'm gonna be interviewing you. Chat. I have a question, and I really want you to think about this one. What is your favorite color?
I think
chat.
They did some really interesting.
Chat. Answer me.
Writing to
Answer me.
Give new perspective and new light to areas in our base game that you've.
I'm colorblind. Me too.
Playing, and you're like, what is that mean for? And really added some story elements to it. In particular, like
oh, she's red. You and me both. Mary's periwinkle. Mine is sunflower.
Really well.
Purple undo.
Of how our world has changed and evolved, and Zareth has a very unique perspective because he's from a different time period.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
I don't know. That Keen Eye Heavy Sack is calling my name.
I know.
Keen Eye Heavy
Can't wait to sack those heavies.
I mean, the 10 Lauren increased duration to pick a
you know what I mean?
Pretty significant.
Is mayonnaise a color?
For picking master chests in terms of duration.
I do it, Fade. I'm such an undo enjoyer. It's gonna be great. Best day of my life.
Absolutely.
Remember when this was a PvP update and they talked about one PvP thing and they're like, all right, bye.
Ortez, I hope I said that right. And Zarethvar is Darren DePaul.
Darren DePaul, Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
I'll give you a huge thank you for joining the stream.
Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad fame.
To update 44 for talking about these companions. They will be available when update 44 launches. Again, it'll be with your ESO Plus membership. Or
yo, we gotta cook some meth, Jesse.
But yeah, it was awesome having you on stream again. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here, Carrie. You got a pretty cool setup behind you. I can't even lie. For a non-streamer, you got a pretty cool setup.
All right.
That's what's really important.
We are going to shift over, talk about some in-game events that are coming up and some other announcements. I do see chat asking about drops. I think the plan was we were going to be finished with our stream by this point, but we went a little long. So we are going to see if we can turn drops back on. I actually don't know if we can since the campaign is officially over, but we're seeing what we can do.
Okay.
If we cannot turn them back on, we are going to have some recap streams from various territories around the world.
Okay.
I need to see when the first one starts. It's going to be a little bit later in the week or even next week. So you can always tune into some of those for a second chance at that pet if you didn't get it. Now, let's talk Fallen Leaves of Westfield. This is
I need my crown poisons.
An event that it was on PTS at one point, but this is going to be starting, what is it, September 26th, running through October 8th. It is a new in-game event that we have. Now, what we're asking you to do is complete daily quests throughout Westfield from an event NPC or Lucent Citadel weekly trial quests. Now, this does require Gold Road in order to participate, but you will receive event coffers filled with rewards and bonus drops and, of course, event tickets. Now, the first coffer that you earn each day is going to be a gold quality. The subsequent ones are purple quality, and they have a chance to contain tradable style pages for an all-new Tree Sap Legion armor style. Say that 5 times fast. Crafting materials, Gold Road motif style items, Overland set items, companion gear, and more. So, for this event, we are asking you to kind of work together as a community.
So basically what they're saying to me, what they're saying to me is,
complete the daily event quest.
No way. They said, hey guys,
like the event.
Hear me out.
Self-explanatory.
For this event, what you need to do is, you need to do daily quests.
Where is my reward screenshot?
And then to get your rewards, you're going to be getting style pages.
Is going to be that
guys, that is
pet that you see there on the left.
That is different. That is so different.
That's not.
This is the first time they've ever done something like that.
Right.
Wow.
I need something to carry around. For me all day.
How did we get so lucky?
The second milestone is luminescing Varla Stone Memento.
Shocked right now.
Here.
This is crazy. Wow.
Full bar.
This is the first. Look, this is the first time we've ever seen that one.
You see on the right.
Wow.
You also get the Tree Sap Legion.
Oh my goodness.
Pack, so it matches with the armor style, which
guys, we won.
And then there's going to be 6 nested reward boxes containing all sorts of
we won.
treasures. So there's going to be item sets, tunable crafting stations, transmute crystals, and more. Of course, we are going to have full details in the website article, which
I got this. We won
next week sometime. I want to say like towards the end of next.
Dude, what do you mean, Groovy? This is the
keep
best
an eye out
timeline.
for all the details on how to participate, all the things you get, all that stuff.
Awesome. And of course, I mean, we still have 3 months left of this year. We talked about the September kind of recap, but we have October through December, which are my favorite months because all the holidays.
Don't talk to me, carry me. I'm ready to PvE.
Right? It's all my favorite.
Oh my god! In December we have a capture the relic weekend. Oh my god! In November we have a domination weekend.
November and
my
December
fucking god! I'm gonna shit.
PvP weekend,
oh my fucking god!
As a reminder, these are going to be featuring the new 2-sided battlegrounds. So really awesome opportunity.
Oh my gosh!
Testing out the new battlegrounds.
Oh guys, this is so cool! We get a whole weekend for domination! We get the Witches Festival! Oh my god, I'm so excited! It's like the 10th time we've gotten this event!
I'm so glad we're on the same page!
If
Dom is watching,
that's crazy!
Thank you.
Wow!
We could do a whole stream on Spoopy versus Spoopy.
I know. And then we have in November, we're gonna have an double XP boost weekend, which is
oh my gosh, we got 100% XP boost weekend, guys. We have an XP boost in October. We have it in October. We also have one in November, and we also have one in December.
Lots of great things come in.
Wowee! I'm gonna punt chat for spamming Spoopy now. How dare you? How dare
you punch him.
Lastly, want to go over
so and Berman, don't forget about healers
that we're having. These are, you know, in real life meetups, not just in game. So in September, we do have the one in Italy happening a little bit.
Why would I want to meet anybody from this dev team? I can't wait to go meet the people that ruin this game in person.
So
can't fucking wait to do that.
Hopefully we'll see some of you in San Diego, but we are.
I don't want to see any of y'all.
In October,
can go there. I might. I'm a big fan, Elron. I love just going and seeing my heroes. Look at all these guys. I can go visit them in Italy, and I could just go hang out with all the people that ruin my game.
On October 7th,
yay!
we'll be doing a keynote called Built to Last: 10 Years as a Live Service Game.
Wouldn't
We've been running this game
it
for 10 years
have
now.
been
The next
ideal
one will be
to
at PAX
have
Australia in
double
Melbourne from
AP
October 11th
during
to 13th.
a
They are going to be actually
PvP
transforming
update?
the PAX Australia pub into an
Instead
ESO
of 3
tavern, complete with a live bar, some tabletop roleplay experiences,
instead
a mural wall with Athelia's
of
wings, and a guest Athelia
3
cosplayer,
double
Vera
XP
Chimera,
events?
and more. Excuse me. Rich is also going to be doing a panel music of the Elder Scrolls Online with Lara 6683.
I mean,
if you haven't caught Lara's live streams, by the way, they are
I'm just saying.
She's a really great piano player.
Like,
just you can basically
I'm just saying,
tell her, like, oh, play
wouldn't
this.
it have been a good idea if they were like, hey, we've got a PvP update.
Lastly,
What if
South by
y'all
Southwest Sydney on October 17th,
PvP'd?
Rich is going to be doing a panel there as well. All the panels celebrating 10 years of the Elder Scrolls Online. So if you are friends over in Australia, hopefully you can check one of those out. And lastly, Spain and Poland have their own meetups, October 17th and 19th, respectively. So you can stay tuned to local channels for updates on those. All right, last but not least, as we mentioned earlier in the stream, the Elder Scrolls Castles just released, which is super exciting.
The Elder Scrolls Castles!
We do have a special message from the team at BGS that we wanted to share with all of you right now.
Whoa.
Hey everyone, I'm Craig Lafferty, Director of Mobile Games at Bethesda Games.
Why do I hear you twice?
On behalf of the team, we are so excited to announce our latest
go.
mobile game, The
Good
Elder
job.
Scrolls Castles, is available now globally on iOS and Android.
Oh, this stream is sponsored by Elder Scrolls Castles, guys. Download it using my link.
And make critical decisions about your kingdom's future as you build your dynasty. To celebrate the game's launch, we've collaborated with developers at ZeniMax Online Studios to create a...
Bro, this man's just reading. Bro, this man's just reading. Wait. This man said. This man said. By the way, if you're gonna be for the Elder Scrolls Online, so
and we also have a brand new trailer to show
look
you.
at me. This man said. Oh, oh, hi, oh, hi. Hi, I'm Queen Irene, and you're watching Disney Channel. Can I get a sponsorship link?
Castles in the early access. He checks it out. It was pretty fun. It was a nice.
Yeah, can I get, guys? You too can download Elder Scrolls Castle.
But if you are interested, you can get the half-hatched Gwarling pet through the Crown store starting next week, September 16th.
Look, pets are cute and like that's adorable, but it's like they're useless. They don't do anything. Where's in the card game? Dude, you are crazy. You don't want to be running around and doing.
It's definitely one of.
He is really cute, but they're just useless.
Yeah, for sure.
Adorable.
That's really cute.
All right, folks. Want to give a huge thank you to everybody who tuned in today's stream today. Just to recap super quick, everything that you saw here in Update 44 is coming to PTS on Monday, September 16th. PC on October 28th. I don't know what month I was going to say, but it wasn't October. And console on November 13th. That includes the 2-sided battlegrounds that Brian went over with the 7 new maps, the new power-ups. This is all part of the base game. The 10% bonus to AP and Telvar if you have ESO Plus. And
sorry,
also,
I just hardcore disassociated.
Claim those 2 new companions that Carrie went over, or they're available for purchase in the Crown Store. We have the new Grimoire, Banner Bearer. We have the new skill styles that we showed off. All these really awesome
Disney.
We also have coming up on the 26th.
D23 is like their Disney, like their global reveal
of Westfield event, so don't miss out on that either.
I'm sure you will be streaming that event and kind of maybe
Absolutely.
walking people through how to complete that daily quest, yeah?
100%. We'll have guides for it and everything.
Yay, I can't wait. You need to tell me how to quest. Wow, I'm so difficult at doing that. Yay.
Chat, can you please give a huge round of applause for Miss Ninetales, who did an amazing job co-hosting today. I mean, she really kind of picked up where I couldn't start talking.
Yay! Let's bring in the PvEer who doesn't know what they're talking about. Instead, we could have Pain in the Axe or somebody else from the stream team that actually knows what they're talking about for PvP update. But no, we don't even want to do that. Like, no, nobody cares about a PvP update.
Is Pain in the Axe live still? Somebody let me know if Pain is still alive, because I think he is the perfect person to drop a raid to, since he is always in PvP, always doing that. He's fantastic. He is live. Perfect. We were going to do that. All right. So hopefully we will see some of you in San Diego next week.
I can't wait. What did they raid? They only raid stream team members. They would never raid me.
Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to Pain stream real quick.
All right, we're gonna talk about some PvP stuff.
Loser.
Too,
Oh,
you know,
I'm gonna knock. Should I knock on Pain?
Yeah, dude. True. Thank you, dude.
All right, guys. Guys, so to recap, for those of you guys that didn't see the whole thing, basically what I'm saying is we have new battlegrounds, which are 2 teams, 4v4, 8v8, and then that was basically it for the PvP update. An entire quarterly DLC where they're hyping it up, they've been hyping it up since January, that we're going to get something new to PvP. And they spent 30 minutes of the announcements talking about the new 4v4 8v8 modes, when instead, let me do this. And then they took the rest of the stream for the most part, and they kind of just talked about housing, companions, and stuff like that. So even in a PvP update, it just shows that ZeniMax couldn't care less. They made a change that nobody asked for. It will be interesting to see. I want to play the 4v4. I want to play the 8v8. I want to see what it is. Obviously, I want to see what it is and play it for myself. That being said, they announced that we're having a PvP update in January. And to wait this long, to wait fucking 9 months for them to say, hey, it's 2 teams. It's 4v4, 8v8. It just shows that they don't know what they're doing. It shows that they don't care about PvP. They're not trying to put any thought into PvP. It shows that they're not trying to like revolutionize it and put any kind of new ideas or new thoughts into it. it just shows that they're just like, well, fuck it, give it to them for now. So it's just like, it just like I know that I was really like hyper and just like doing all that just like crazy shit during the video, but it just like, it's disappointing and it's sad when you have a game that used to be so good. It used to be so good. But now they're just doing this. So it's just like, it doesn't make sense what they're doing. So it's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of ZeniMax always just like giving the PvPers breadcrumbs and calling it a day and just like basically spitting in our direction. Because that's what that was. That's all it is. And it's just like, it's tiring. We want serial changes. You saw the chat. You saw the chat. Everybody's like, what about Cyrodiil? What about Cyrodiil? And it was just, yo, Moon Powder, thank you for the follow. It was just them ignoring, be like, well, we did this 4v4 and 8v8 that nobody asked for. So I'm just like, it's tiring. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe.